good afternoon or good evening, everybody. The people who would like to listen to insights of the Vietnamese designers we have presented, and also from the organizer of this event, which is also a sustainable designer. So please take a seat if you are interested to listen to those interviews. I would actually like to ask a question, and actually I wanted to ask this all the participants of this event, but the rain made a bit, how can I say this, made this a bit difficult. So, because last year I interviewed all the exhibitors and I asked them all the same question. So I would like to ask you this question now, and I hope that I have time to make a few other interviews too, but probably it's not possible this year. So I would start with you, with your label, and my question, which I have, is, what do you move with your organization for sustainable actions in terms of production and fair working conditions, and what is your aim to make the world a bit better with your product?
Okay. Suzanna, thank you for the question. May I just repeat it? Because the question is a little bit long, I'm not quite sure I actually get it. So the question is, what do I move, what sort of actions my company takes to have a better...
Your company takes to make the world a bit better with your product, actually, with your actions in terms of sustainability or of fair condition, working condition, or what is the main thing you do with your label for sustainable action, actually?
Okay, thank you. So actually, I think there are two parts to this question. Part number one is about what is my company do to make the world a better place, and the second part is in terms of welfare of the workers. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I would like to answer the first part. What do we do in terms of productions to make the world a better place? And I said before the fashion show, this collection we use the leftover fabrics to minimize the waste. So usually the leftover would be discarded or to be thrown away. But I think it's such a waste. The leftover can be utilized for many different purposes, to make a collection, to sell to the domestic market, or to reuse, to make uniform for our workers, or actually to use even to clean the machinery. You know, there are so many purposes of that, instead of just to burn it or to throw it away. So that's number one. There are many little things that we do every day in order to increase the efficiency and to reduce waste. But I'm not going to bore you with that. I just gave you one example before. And in terms of welfare for the workers, we like to uptrain our people. We need to improving, giving them training every day, make them happy so that they can feel belonging to the company and they go to work with a happy mindset. So one of the examples that I would like to say is that during COVID, the factory was shut down for up to 30 days. And the workers has the choice to go home or to stay inside the factory and to work together. So they got locked down inside the factory for 30 days and they don't go home. They sleep on the floor, they eat together, they produce, they have fun together. And after 30 days, when the government said, you know, you guys can go home now, then they go home. So during those 30 days, all of our managers volunteered to stay together with our workers. And we set up the conditions, we set up a few tents, some mattresses, we take care for them, and we try to keep their spirit up during the difficult period of time. And it's amazing that everyone was so happy, and the productivity during that period of time was actually really high. And everyone was becoming a bigger family after that, that difficult period of time. So I think the most important thing when we talk about the welfare of the workers is to make them happy, first of all, to make them happy at the workplace. And after that, up-training them, giving them an opportunity to climb up the ladder, to do more things. That's it. Thank you.
That's an amazing story. I love it. It's great. Bravo. Incredible. Very cool. So, Anne, would you like to speak German or English?
Okay, I try to speak in English, although my German is better, but that everybody can understand it. So, answering your question, you might watch the video, what we have done during the COVID time. As I couldn't travel from Vietnam, so our team had the chance to travel in the northern part to visit some village, and we realized that the women there, they have really hard condition because most of them, they work on the rice field. And during the COVID time, they could not earn any money to support the children to go to school or to buy seed for the rice field. That's why we try to support them in terms that we bought all the brocade. For example, these are the brocade they have. This is for them like the treasure, because they beside their work at home, they like do the embroidery at home for the clothes, for the weddings, for the family. And when they need money, they bring all the old clothes to sell. So we bought all the clothes for them and make it to the new clothes, like this. And when you watch the show, that we use all the brocade they made from the old clothes. And this is how we support the minority women. And for the environmental impact, we try also to use all the local materials from Vietnam, like rami, like bamboo, cotton, and silk. This is how we support the local people and use eco-friendly materials. And for the financial part, we try to support the local people to have a better living condition in terms that they can earn some more money. Yeah.
That is also amazing. Bravo. So now I would like to introduce you the woman behind those Vietnam Days at Gwand. This is Rachel Isenschmid. She is the founder of Keep It Beautiful Vietnam and also of Empower Women Asia. And also, it doesn't stop, of a very nice brand. She produces bags, purses from pineapple leather, and she's very into sustainability, of course. And she brought together actually the embassy and all these people from Vietnam. So from my side, I would like to thank you, Rachel, for your great organization, for all these amazing brands bringing over to Switzerland, and the media also supporting this festival from Vietnam, like Harper's Bazaar, Elle, Heritage magazine, Style magazine. This is amazing. Thank you so much, Rachel. And also the national TV of Vietnam showed already before the festival, announced the festival. So this is a big honor to us and also to the city of Luzern. So, and I also would like to answer you, not answer, I'm already tired after these 3 days and 6 months before working very hard. So I would like to ask you also this question. What would it be for you, your dream, to make the world a better place? How this would be, or how would it look, or what would you give from your side or do from your side to support?
Hello. Yeah, so first of all, I have to say really I'm very thankful for Suzanna and Tanya. Even Tanya is not here. But these two powerful women, I think they are the best probably like women I met in Switzerland, because regarding I only came to Switzerland 5-6 years ago, and even Switzerland is small, but then like to get into the fashion industry, I need someone who actually opened the door for me, and they are the one who support me really relentlessly. And this opportunity cannot be really realized without these two women. And of course, also everyone who's sitting here, people who still like somewhere like running in the corner, and the embassy of Vietnam who is super supportive. I can make this happen, but it cannot be done with everybody. So it's the credit to everybody. To answer Suzanna's questions, I have to say, well, I'm the person that I want to realize what I think that I can make the world a better place. So I don't think I'm a dreamer, because to dream, you can dream a lot. You can think that you can change the world in your dream, but then how you can change it? So I started KIBV very simply. I used to live, I have this opportunity to live in France and US and for a long time, and then I have always the dream that I can, like to do something for my own country. What I did is very simple in the beginning. I came back and I have a group of volunteers, and even I myself, we just go on the street and we pick up the trash on the street. That's it. That's all. What I think is to realize the dream, just to start with something simple. You don't have to like sit there and talk like big thing, but then you don't do things. So I started with this, with in the beginning only 20 volunteers, and we organize very often this event that we pick up trash and and then after that I could be able to go into many schools in Vietnam to educate the children, so they know the importance of how we have to protect the environment, how our little thing, like small action, could really like make the world change. So I come from this background that I believe in the power of knowledge, the power that we can influence people, and after that I start to expand, all these courses into different aspects. From the project to only simply to education project. I also have this opportunity to integrate with the minority women, and that's how I started the project Empower Women Asia. And the reason is very simple. It's just because you see the women who work behind the loom, and then they lost their job, they have no dream, and then we can see the world, but how about the women? They cannot see anything. They work hard every day, but then you know, even like they work hard, they cannot even make a living. And I'm so fortunate that I met Ngọc Anh because I tried so hard before. I had the initiative, but then you cannot make it happen without people who have the same idea, the same mindset. But you know, like we always talk to each other, it's a law of attraction. Once you look for it, you find the right people. So I met Ngọc Anh, La Femme, and she is a really great person. That she's the one who already brought also here, you know, these people. That's actually they from her contact. So I'm very thankful, and I think what to do to change the world, it actually, you have to reach out and to be united. You have to see the whole picture. You don't see only yourself, because if you only see that, you cannot do that much. But then if you can see that together, I really like it, that together we can do everything. So that's how I try to realize my little dream. And I believe that with all of us here, we can do it.
Very touchful, Rachel. And you know, our claim is sustainable life together. Together. So if everyone is a role model and is showing that and learning that to others, we can really be sustainable together. So thank you for your words. Very touchable, very touchful.
May I add something?
I also would like to add another thing is basically we are here today. The education aspect of it is also very important, and my creative director and my partner, he has a school in Vietnam, the VFA, Vietnam Fashion Academy. So I would hand over the microphone to him so that he can say something to us. Thank you.
Please.
Thank you, Lynn. So may I ask the audience, I'd like to stand up and talk. May I take a stage? So what is important to every one of you? May I have somebody? What is important to you? Anyone? Huh? Love. How do you find love? Okay. What else? What is important to you? So we know that Switzerland and all the Swedish people are very sustainable, very loving in nature. But is it coming from the background of you have a very proper education? The proper education, the proper training, and proper government and everything, right? So when in Vietnam, over the years, we have a similar minor problem on our educations. For fashion, as we know, from textile, garment, everything we produce, we only know it's a produced country. But you ask for the welfare, for the thing, for the laboring, everything. But what if we give them education? They can get paid $400, $500 a month. But if they have education, can they be an expert rather than just a labor? Everything right now, white we call the white people has more higher pay. White, Asian, black skin, everything has a aspect. Is it because of our skin or our education or our background? So therefore, 10 years already, I built Vietnam Fashion Academy. Because why? The trend of Vietnam is not a cheap labor country. Look at what I'm wearing. Look at our facilities in Vietnam. $1 million. The third exporting out of Vietnam GDP is textile and garments. And we are not cheap. We are premiums. By premium, we produce premium people by education. And by education, we offer more with our facilities and factory, empowering women, brands, supporting from a whole forensic network of supply chain. That is why we started the school, and that's why we started with anything sustainable. Sustainable has to come from the very beginning stage, as a kid, as a child, moving forward, and as well as the networking of the environment for business. So therefore, I built VFA, Vietnam Fashion Academy.
Very good. Bravo, thank you very much.